What if I told you that the very things society pushes as markers of success are actually silent assassins of your financial freedom? In this video, we're ripping back the curtain of the middle class trap, exposing how seemingly innocent ways of accumulating certain assets are secretly keeping millions stuck in a cycle of debt and missed opportunities. This isn't just about cutting coupons. It's about reclaiming your future, unlocking true wealth, and building a life of choice, not obligation. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about money, because by the end of this video, you'll have the blueprint to break free. Hi, my name is Jay, and I'm a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. My mission is to help you achieve your financial goals and become financially free by teaching you strategies that actually work for building wealth. Now, before you click away thinking, oh, another budgeting video, trust me, this is different. We're not just going to tell you to stop buying lattes. We're going to unpack the psychology behind why we make certain purchases or so-called investments, expose their true cost, and then most importantly, give you a roadmap, a personalized system to break free and truly thrive. Let's face it, the middle class dream often involves a certain set of expectations: a nice house, a reliable car, the latest tech, vacations. It's what we're told success looks like. But what if those very purchases are secretly eroding your financial future? To really illustrate this, let me tell you about a recent client, Mark. Mark was a driven, intelligent guy, fresh out of university, landed a great entry-level job. He was making decent money, more than he'd ever had before. His friends were all getting new cars, upgrading their apartments, hitting the trendy spots, and other things. Now, Mark felt the pull. He told himself, I've worked hard, I deserve this. So he went out and bought a brand new shiny Mercedes C-Class. Not the top of the line, but definitely a statement. Now, the monthly payments were huge. Add in the insurance, the premium gas, the expensive maintenance. Suddenly, a big chunk of his income was tied up. He also felt the pressure to dress the part, to eat at nicer restaurants. His savings account, barely budging. His investments, non-existent. A few years later, Mark was still working hard, but he felt stuck. His friends who had bought used, reliable cars or invested their extra cash were now buying their first homes, starting side businesses, or traveling the world without care. Mark, with his still shiny but depreciating Mercedes, was realizing the true cost. He hadn't just bought a car. He bought himself into a lifestyle that required him to keep earning just to maintain it, leaving little room for growth or financial freedom. He was caught in the golden handcuffs of middle-class expectations. So what did I do? Well, as a freedom coach, I helped him rewrite his beliefs and transform his mindset to one of abundance without the feeling and the need to look rich. You see, Mark's story isn't unique. So why do we fall into this trap? Well, it boils down to a few powerful psychological forces: social comparison and keeping up with the Joneses. We see what our friends, family, and even strangers on social media have, and we feel the pressure to match or exceed it. It's an ancient human instinct, but in the modern world, it can be financially devastating. Then there's instant gratification. We live in a world of immediate access. Want it? Buy it now, pay later. That dopamine hit from a new purchase is incredibly powerful, overshadowing the long-term pain. Then there's the deserve it mentality. I worked hard and I deserve this. While self-reward is important, constantly rewarding yourself with depreciating assets or experiences you can't truly afford can be a huge setback. Then there's marketing and advertising. Billions are spent to convince that your life will be better, happier, or more successful if you buy the product. They tap into our deepest desires and insecurities. The real cost isn't just the price tag, it's the opportunity cost. It's the money that you could have invested that would have grown exponentially. It's the time you have to work to pay for something you didn't truly need. Let's look at some common middle-class purchases and their alternatives. The new car trap. Like Mark's Mercedes, a new car loses 20 to 30% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. After 5 years, it can lose 60% or more. The alternative? Buy a reliable, slightly used car, 2 to 3 years old, that has already taken the biggest depreciation hit. Or, if feasible, rely on public transport, cycling, or ride sharing. So, the real cost saved, example, a $40,000 new car versus a $20,000 3-year-old equivalent, well, that's $20,000. That's a big difference. And that invested at 8% over 30 years could be over $200,000. Now, the too big house. Buying more house than you need. Just because you can get approved for a mortgage, this leads to higher property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and utility bills. Alternative? Buy a smaller, more manageable home that fits your current needs, or rent a place that you can comfortably afford while saving for a larger down payment. Real cost saved? Well, lower monthly payments mean more cash flow for investing, or even debt repayment, or even other experiences. Next, the daily designer coffee and restaurant meals. A $6 latte every weekday might seem small, but that's $30 a week, $120 a month, and nearly $1,500 a year. Now, eating out frequently adds up even faster. Alternative? Make coffee at home, pack your lunch, cook more meals. Real cost saved? That's $1,500 invested annually over 30 years could add up to $180,000. And then there's the latest tech upgrades. Unnecessary, right? Well, constantly upgrading your phone, your laptop, or TV just because a new model came out, not because your old one is broken, is not really essential on your journey to financial freedom. So, the alternative? Use your device until they genuinely need replacing. Buy refurbished or previous generation models. The real cost saved, well, that's hundreds to thousands of dollars annually that could be invested. And don't forget impulse shopping and retail therapy. Buying things you don't need to boost your mood. Alternative? Find healthier, cheaper ways to de-stress. Exercise, hobbies, time with loved ones, meditation. Real cost saved? Well, avoid unnecessary debt and clutter and improve your health and wellness. So, how do we shift from mindless consumption to mindful spending? Well, it starts with awareness and intention. Delay gratification. Before significant purchase, implement a 24-hour or 7-day rule. Does it still feel essential after some time? Define your values. What truly matters to you? Is it experiences, financial security, travel, learning? Align your spending with your values, not society's. Question every purchase. Ask yourself, do I truly need this? Is this aligned with my long-term financial goals? What's the true cost, including the opportunity cost? Embrace good enough. You don't always need the best or the newest. Often, good enough is perfectly fine and significantly cheaper. Track your spending the right way. This isn't about deprivation, it's about awareness. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even just a pen and paper to see exactly where your money is going. Categorize it. Remember, knowledge is power. Now, for the game changer, we're going to go beyond generic advice and empower you to create a personalized financial system that evolves with your life. This isn't a rigid budget that makes you miserable. It's a living document, a compass guiding you towards your financial freedom goals. So, step number 1, the income and expense snapshot. This is the foundation. First, get crystal clear on all your income and all your expenses. Your income is your take-home pay from all sources. There's fixed expenses, rent, mortgage, loan payments, subscriptions, insurance. These are generally the same every month. Then your variable expenses, groceries, dining out, entertainment, clothing, transportation, things like gas, public transport. These things fluctuate. So use a spreadsheet, a budgeting app like Mint, YNAB, Pocket Guard, or even just a notebook for a month. Be brutally honest. Don't judge, just observe and record. Step 2, defining your financial goals. This is the destination. What do you want your money to do for you? Short term, 1 to 3 years. Is it emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses? Is it debt repayment, like the high interest first? Is it a down payment for a car, a trip? Then, medium term, 3 to 10 years. Maybe it's a down payment for a house, starting a family, career, sabbatical, travel. Then, there's the long term, the 10-year plus. This is more for retirement, kids' education, financial independence. Write these down. Make them specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. The SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. Now, your life changes, so your system must too. Here are some things to consider. Number 1, do regular reviews. Once a month, or at least quarterly. Review your spending. Where did you overspend? Where can you optimize? Number 2, make way for life stage adjustments. If you're a young professional focusing on building that emergency fund, or maybe it's tackling student debt, or maybe it's starting retirement savings early. You have time on your side, so maybe prioritize learning experiences over luxury items. For families, your needs percentage will likely increase. Focus on childcare costs, education savings, and optimizing family expenses. For example, meal plannings for groceries. Don't forget life and insurance and disability insurance. For pre-retirees, max out retirement accounts, things like 401ks, IRAs, RRSPs, TFSAs. You can talk to financial advisors, but you want to consider long-term investments and consider long-term care insurance and start transitioning from growth investments to stable assets. Pay off the mortgage if possible. Number 3, unique circumstances. Unexpected job loss, new career opportunity, medical emergency. Your system needs to adapt. This is why it's important to have that emergency fund. It's crucial. Number 4, automate. Automate everything possible. Set up automatic transfers to your savings, investments, accounts, and even bill payments. Pay yourself first should be an automatic habit. Remember, the goal isn't to live a life of deprivation. It's to live a life of choice, to choose experiences over possessions, freedom over perceived status, and peace of mind over consumer debt. So, back to Mark. He eventually sold his Mercedes. He bought a reliable used car, paid off his debts, and started investing aggressively. He's now on track to buy his first home, something he thought was years away. He learned the hard way, but he learned. The middle class trap is subtle, but its hold can be incredibly strong. Your power lies in awareness and action. Start today. Take that snapshot of your finances, define your goals, create your personalized system, and automate your savings. Your future self will thank you. What steps will you take this week to escape the middle class trap and start building real wealth? Let me know in the comments below. To your health, wealth, and success. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and check out the next video for even more insights.